Morning, Krampus. How are you, buddy? Dude, that's awesome. All right. Sorry, I was just making my making all of my my announcements that I make every day. I should perhaps make a tweet about this. I mean, is it tweeting anymore? I'm not sure. But anyway, good morning. Hi. I one of my friends Meaty Daddy for everybody on Xbox. You run into him on the MCC. You run into him a lot doing Delta Arena type stuff. It's the stuff that we play on Infinite. Yeah, it's weeping instead of tweeting. Okay, well that's fair, I suppose. I don't really do it. So I'm gonna put out a thing. Uh, twitch.tv/JSLunt. Hey, look at that. I'm gonna say come be awesome instead of come watch. Come be awesome. You guys are watching. You guys are watching the legend grow right now. TV. Bam. Do you still hashtag on Twitter? Last night there was some horrible things being tweeted. Oh, interesting. You do? Okay. Let's see. Halo, maybe? Sure. Halo Infinite? Okay. Hashtag the Spartan Space. That seems like a good one. The Spartan Space. Hashtag the Awesome? Because that's what the show is called. Hashtag Spartan John? Because that's me. Hashtag sandwich. Hashtag... I still put hashtag Halo or Halo Spotlight when I post art. Hashtag Halo Spotlight. That seems good. That seems nice. I'm gonna post it like that and hopefully it doesn't suck. Resident says, I heard about that. People were posting pictures of the fancy drinks that they were gonna open. Wow, yeah, that is a bit... It is a bit poor taste, actually. Well, anyway, good morning, guys. I'm Spartan John. If this is your first time stopping by, I'm just getting the monitor over here set up so I can see it. There we go. I'm Spartan John. Hi, if it's your first time stopping by, welcome. small wienering. How are you today, buddy? Welcome back to the awesome, and thanks for hanging out and stopping by. Anyway, as I said, I'm Spartan John. We're hanging out today. Normally we do some crafting today. I may do that. I'm still undecided. Good morning, Kevin. Man, you know, it's a good day. We're gonna have some fun. We're always gonna do what we do. So we're gonna play a little Halo today. We might do some crafting. I've got the big ship here, and I've got the paints, and I got all the things. I got a bunch of Spartans that I could paint. You know, there are 4 or 5 ways we could go this morning, but my wife asked me, she said, what are you doing today? She says, I never know what you're doing on Wednesday. And I said, I don't know, we might craft, we'll see. But we will be hanging out in the Discord for sure, regardless of what we choose to do. YouTube says that's a gun. It is 100% not a gun, it is a spaceship. Although, I did get banned from YouTube for 3 days for holding it up for you guys to see on the big screen. So, it can be like that, I suppose. In any case, we might do some painting on some Spartans from the Halo Flashpoint game. We might paint on that ship a little bit. There will be Halo. There will be jokes. There will be fun. This show is called The Awesome, and thanks for joining us. We're at 1,729 followers on Twitch right now. If you guys want to be part of The Awesome and are excited to participate in really great ways, just follow. And if you want to sub, that's cool too. It supports things like sandwich making.
Now drink your drink.
Drink up, of course. We've always got coffee in the Spartan space. Things like sandwich making. This is the Halo sandwich. One of our Discord and community members on the Awesome asked us if we could make this for HCS Worlds last year. We also made it with a magnet inside, so it sticks. It magnetizes to my armor when I'm the chief. So this is really cool stuff. And we're at about 170 subs on YouTube as well. So thank you, YouTubers, for becoming part of the Awesome in your own very amazing way. If you guys are interested in the Halo books, slide over to the YouTube and you can see all of the books I've read. I think we've read 6 or 7 Halo books at this point. They're about 10 episodes each. Some of them are a little longer because at the beginning I read less amount of time because I had to become a little bit better at reading and then also increase my reading out loud endurance. You know, if I go sit in the corner by myself at a library, I could read a book all day, quiet to myself. But when I read to you guys, it can be tiring. Why is the sandwich so huge? It's scaled to me from the Halo game, from Halo Infinite. You can find this sandwich in the game. And we determined that this was the size of the sandwich compared to the Spartans in the game. It's important because when you hold the sandwich, you hold the sandwich under your arm, kind of like this in the game. And so we, again, Oakham, Oakham in the Discord in the awesome, which recently I get. Is it heavy? No, it's very light. It's probably as light as a baseball. No, it's all this is three layers of 3 mil foam glued together. 3 mil crafting foam, so EVA foam. All right, and then each one of these, every tomato, every piece of onion is scored, cut, and painted to look just like real onions and real tomatoes. The cheese is flexible and very American looking. And then we've got rolled ham in here, and it's several different colors of craft foam. There was a red and a pink, and then a more different red. And we took those colors and we cut them into ham shapes, and then we used an airbrush to color them so they would look more like the ham. And then we cut all of the lettuce. This is all iceberg lettuce. Each one of these pieces was handmade. The sandwich is hollow, so there's a tower inside that holds the two ends together, and then in the middle of the sandwich is a monster magnet. It's a 1-inch cube, so 25 millimeter cubed magnet. It's an N52 neodymium magnet, and even though the sandwich, even though there's 9 mil of foam here between the magnet and the outside of the sandwich wall, the magnet is so strong that you have to pull pretty hard to get it off of the armor. It's really cool. We have a picture of it somewhere in the Discord of this magnetized to a steel beam at HCS Worlds last year. And you'll get to see it again this year. You can hold it. You can assassinate someone with it at Worlds. It will be there with me. It's going to be amazing. Sorry. Awesome. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see you guys at Worlds. Also, check it out. Hey, before we get started and do anything else crazy, I'm supposed to talk about my Husky Raid tournament. For everybody that's currently watching or hasn't been around, it's going to be awesome. There's the guy right there, Oakham. He's the guy. He got a hold of me and asked me to make the sandwich. And he was really cool. He worked really hard with me to get me the things I needed so I could craft it out of foam. It was cool. Onions. Those are angry onions. They're good on sandwiches. Spartan John approves. Anyway, by the way, people do eat onions like apples. I've seen it. I'm not those people, but I have seen it. Anyway, the Husky Raid tournament, it's September 13th and 14th. It's absolutely free to enter. The only thing you need to do if you want to be in the Husky Raid tournament is get a team of 4 dudes, join the Spartan Space Discord, get the PvP role, and tell us in the tournament chat. You can @ Foamforge Cosplay, you can @ myself, you can @ here. All you need to do is get a tournament coordinator's attention in that chat. There is a tournament thread chat where you can post your roster. If you post it there, then you don't necessarily have to @ anyone. When does the Spartan Space start to look more like Halloween? Is this a joke? I'm not sure. What do you mean? It's not October yet. We're not even close to October. Anyway, the tournament is Husky Raid. If you don't know what Husky Raid is, it's a 4v4 play mode where you're in a tight compartment with Capture the Flag Zone, and you just gotta go get the flag and bring it back. It's a big kill fest. Could be. Anyway, it's really fun. It's my favorite mode. It's gonna be it's yet to be determined whether it will be single elimination or double elimination. That all depends on the tournament fill. So if 8 teams show up, it's single elimination. if September is not the season. Han Solo season has not started yet. So when Han Solo season starts, Halloween things will happen. Anyway, September is the beginning of fall. That's correct, but I don't think the official end of summer is until like the middle of September. That's all I'm saying. It's still hot outside. Anyway, Husky Raid tournament signups end on September 9th. It's a Tuesday. It's just a couple of days before the tournament. And the reason why we pushed it back that far was because last weekend was a holiday. We wanted to give people a lot. There you go. September 22nd. So, when summer ends and Han Solo season begins, when all of the ears of corn have been picked and only the stalk remains, I'll switch over to Halloween. Just saying. September 19 is Talk Like a Pirate Day. Well, if you remind me about that, you know that we love to talk like a pirate in the awesome. I'll wear my pirate hat that day. But anyway, join the Husky Raid tournament. It's absolutely free. Bring your 4 dudes. Get in here. I recommend 5 or maybe a 6th. You know, it's okay to bring 2 alternates because sometimes people can't show up. Accidents happen. Things occur. And with single or double elimination based on the fill numbers, we need at least 8 teams to play. If we don't have 8 teams, we're going to do a community day on Sunday. Okay, I'll host that, live stream it, and we can all play together. We'll play Halo, we'll do other fun things, it's whatever. We'll just hang out. It's whatever you guys want to do. As my debt to you guys for not hosting a tournament, I said I was going to host. Foam Forge Cosplay will live stream the tournament on his channel and do live commentating if the tournament goes. And Installation 00 is part sponsor and will make an appearance in the live stream to commentate and talk about how cool we all are together and stuff. There are prizes. If you win the tournament, you get a digitally arted photo of the winning team. So the 4 of you who won the tournament standing somewhere, I don't know. It's sponsored by Jumperscape. He's going to get that for you. That's Austin over there. They're a podcast. They do Halo things. Really cool. Really cool group. And then you're going to get a entry into the Foam Forge Cosplay Charity Tournament. The charity tournament takes place in December. I'm not sure the date on that yet, and I'm sorry. I've been focusing on getting the Husky Raid tournament, but you'll get an entry into that tournament. Paid for by me. That's a cash value of $40 if it matters. I don't know if it does, but I'm gonna pay for your charity tournament entry. That money, by the way, goes straight to Extra Life, which currently for Foam Forge Cosplay supports the Edmonton Children's Stollery in Edmonton, Alberta.
Now drink your drink.
100% of the donations go to those kids. Every time you donate, you get an email. So it's a really good thing. And the best part about that is that tournament has some really great prizes. So, for winning one tournament, you get to join another that's for a really good cause and gives away free shit. I can't imagine why you haven't already joined the Husky Raid tournament in the awesome in the Spartan space. But, please consider it. Thank you. I want to say thank you to Imp Wiz, who followed 20 hours ago. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Welcome to the awesome. There are no Huskies. I will not support if the appropriate canines aren't there. Bummer. Bummer town. You're going to run me out of coffee before I even start doing anything, and then I'm going to have to run to the house and get more coffee. Anyway, the Mariners lost last night in the 9th inning. They had the bases loaded. They were down 1 run. They failed to tie and failed to win. The Mariners are dropped 15 games on the road since just after the All-Star break. That's terrible. No, it's fine. You can continue to pound the drink something, and I'll just walk off. It only takes me 2 minutes to run and get coffee. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just giving you a hard time. But, the more you make me drink, eventually I'm going to have to go use the restroom, and that takes a few minutes as well. I'm just saying. You only get me for 4 hours, so try not to beat on me too much. Ha ha. Let's see. The Mariners play again at 4:35 tonight. We're still 2 games ahead in the wild card, and I believe we are now 3 games back of the Astros in the division.
Now drink your
I
drink.
am so confused how the Astros continue to get caught cheating, the rules continue to change. They've been winning, so they're getting less. Sorry, my camera's being stupid. They keep winning, so they're getting less good draft picks, and yet here they're perennially again competitive for a playoff berth. You got to give them credit because nobody expected them to do anything this year, and here they are at the end being very stubborn. The Mariners have won 73 games this season, which is a lot of games. I think they're 73 and 60 something, 66 now, I believe. So we'll see. End of baseball means the start of hockey. That's correct. The Kraken will be on the ice September 21st for the first time. That means that my wardrobe is gonna roll over. My baseball flannels, most of them will be put away until the spring, and my hockey flannels will come out. My hockey jerseys will come out, and you'll start to see jerseys appear on the Awesome during game days, because that's how we roll. We've also got football season starting Sunday. Sunday, the Seahawks hit the field for the first time, so I'm really excited about that. Hockey, football, baseball, and I don't have much to report about NASCAR because I don't watch it a lot anymore. Golf is okay, and I mean, I love to play golf, but I'm not following anyone. And I don't do basketball because, reasons. So, well, we love baseball. Baseball's got to be probably one of my favorite, if not my most favorite sport, for sure. And, yeah. Anyway. Talked about baseball. Oh, Jack's baseball practice was canceled last night. So, little update on real life. I baseball coach for my son. We're playing fall ball right now. We were supposed to be on the field at 5:30 last night. It was a beautiful day. The fields were dry. The sun was out. It was perfect. Apparently, the football is the best sport, honestly. We could come back to that in a second. Apparently, the league gave our fields away. So, to another league from across the bridge. And so we currently have no fields, I guess, at all, is what I'm understanding. Like the whole season for the fields were given away to another league on accident, I guess. Like somebody misplaced our reservations or something. I have no idea. We're still waiting to find answers. But practice was canceled last night because we had no place to practice. So, youch. Bummer. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do about that. Hey, follow my friends. Installation00, Lex Make Creations. And don't forget about Foam Forge Cosplay. They're all great people. All of them. Every single one of them. Okay, so, yeah, I drink the coffee black, only black, unless I go to Starbucks, and then I get something else, and I'll tell you what that is if you want to know. Football is the best sport. I love football. I was a quarterback in middle school and high school. I probably could have been great at football, but I could throw a baseball really hard. I don't throw a football as hard. What do I get when I go to Starbucks? I get a Venti Blonde Vanilla Breve Latte. It's and if I don't go to Starbucks, I get a white coffee venti blonde or venti vanilla breve latte, because then blonde is the roast at Starbucks. Other than that, it's a latte with half and half instead of milk. That's why it's a breve, and it's steamed and then vanilla flavor, vanilla bean flavor, whatever vanilla flavor they happen to have at that place. You know what I'm saying. But I prefer Starbucks. The pumpkin spice women been pissing me off recently. Dude, my wife is a pumpkin spice girl. I laugh because pumpkin spice is out now. I saw, what did I see? I saw eggnog already in the cooler cabinet at Safeway. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? No, pumpkin spice is not supposed to be out until like October. Like, when I was a kid, all right, in the 80s, when I was a kid, there were holidays, and the holidays were all held apart. All of them. Like, you didn't start seeing scarecrows and turkeys in a Safeway in September. That did not happen. Mince pies in a shop last week. Okay. Pumpkin spice typically comes out now around my birthday. It keeps getting earlier every year. That's what I'm saying. I don't get it. Like, Christmas should not show up in a store until Thanksgiving is over. Like, at my house, it's been a long-standing tradition that you eat Thanksgiving dinner and you go to bed. Fuck, Jimmy. Really, Jimmy? You go to bed. Long-standing tradition. You go to bed after you ate on Thanksgiving because you're tired. You ate all that turkey. Sometimes we do a ham. Sometimes we do a goose. It depends on how many people are here. Mostly we just do turkey. But you do the turkey. I've done prime rib before. But anyway. I feel like pumpkin spice should be, yeah, that's right, September 30th. The minute that the pumpkins show up on your porch is when pumpkin spice can show up in my latte. Eggnog, yeah, should not be before, like, no, it's okay to have eggnog on Thanksgiving. I'm okay with that. If the best before date is before Christmas, then it's too early to sell it. No Christmas songs either. Oh, well, now wait a second. I have the Holiday Traditions channel on Sirius XM because it's year-round, tuned into my Bronco. I said it. Because I can't be a Scrooge. I love holidays so much. Oh my God. I love it so much. It makes me so happy to hear Bing Crosby's golden voice singing about dreaming about White Christmas. It is the best. I mean, it fills my heart with joy. My favorite Christmas movie is White Christmas. It's not Gen Y. Fuck you, Kevin. It's just that I love Christmas. Okay? It's okay to feel good. Kevin, I spent time in a war zone. I'm just gonna take this and be happy. I agree that the turkey comes before the rest of Christmas, but the Christmas songs, occasionally, sometimes, I need to feel good. And instead of driving in bad traffic and wanting to just die, I'll turn on the Christmas music and have a smile. As long as it's not the Parumpa Pump Pump song. Because everybody redid that song, and everybody did it terrible. I'm sorry. 100% with us, John. Halloween, Thanksgiving, or Halloween, which is the best holiday? So my buddy James Soper is a friend of mine from high school, and his family is a Halloween all year family. Like, they're in the hearse club. They have like 4 hearse. They like collect them and work on them. I meant to say Christmas. You want to be Santa Chief in this year's Christmas picture? I wear the Santa hat. You see me attach the Santa hat to my chief helmet, for the streams. You've seen it. You're right, Kevin. It isn't special if it's not limited, and I agree with that. But I'm just saying that there's something to be said about the Christmas in July, folks. You know, the Christmas spirit is so pure and wonderful if you embrace it. And it's not about getting, it's about giving. Any day that you can give and make someone else's day is, man. You know, when I dress up as the Master Chief and I go to conventions, I try really hard to stop for every single person that wants a picture. Sometimes I miss a few and I feel really bad when it's like an adult or somebody that wants a picture. But my family, the people who handle me, who help me get dressed, who help me dress down, who follow me around the conventions, they know 100% I will always stop for a kid because you're giving that kid an experience that they may never get again, and you're making them feel like they are the center of the universe. You're that person. Like it's with adults too. Dressing up as the Master Chief is really weird. Last year I had to get you and Bear some water. That's true. You know, you guys, the handlers are very important, but the people who support us because we're wearing the armor. But again, I tell you guys the thing that I think is important is that um such a softy. No, you have to you can't turn the kids away, right? You gotta make their day. It's super important to me. I don't ever want to let it. I met Ken Griffey Jr. when I was a kid. He's one of the best baseball players I ever watched in my whole life. I think he's never going to be hallowed in history as the greatest baseball player, but I think before he broke his wrist 15 times, he probably had a chance to be. He was the best. When he played for Seattle, he was the best. Uh, and I'm just, I met him when I was a kid and I got his autograph. My dad had to pay $75 to get his autograph. I think about that every day. And he was very short with me. He was just signing autographs. Okay? It wasn't an authentic meeting at the baseball field where he picked me out of the crowd and came over and signed something for me. It wasn't magic. We like waited in line and paid. It's the other side of collecting that is sometimes, it's not like a convention where you go to a convention to meet someone and you wait in line to get their autograph and you pay them a fee and you get to interact with them. This was like literally Ken Griffey Jr. is going to be at this place at this thing doing card signings. Come and sign. It was like that. And I remember how I feel when I meet celebrities that are underwhelming or don't interact or don't want to take a selfie or don't want it, And I remember how I felt when I was a kid meeting Ken Griffey Jr. And I think about all of those things and I relate that to how those little kids feel. And I never ever ever want to be the person that makes those kids feel like crap. It's like not what I want to do. Yeah, I think that that's cool too. Yeah, just it's interesting when Nikki and I went to the park. We went down here to with my wife. We drove the kit down to Penrose State Park. It's by my house here in Washington State. And we drove down and I put on the Master Chief um at the park for a photo shoot. And I had like a dad. It was funny. There were like people that were like, "Oh my God, can we get a picture with you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And then there was a dad who like was out on the beach with his kids, and he like come up behind a rock, and he's like, "Oh my God!" He's like, "You guys come check this." I'm just like looking over at him in my helmet, like, Jesus, this is hilarious. Anyway, so he's like, "Can we get a picture with you guys?" He like climbs up the rocks to stand next to me, like, at the park, at a state park of all places. Like, I would have expected people to just be like, "What the fuck is that weirdo doing here?" No, people are like, "We get pictures with you," and I'm like, "Yeah, all right." That's what I mean. You just got to make you got to make a person's day. It's really hard to say no. Mike leads me around at conventions. His Foam Forge cosplay, when he comes to troop with me, he takes such great care of me because he will make sure, he'll be like, you get 5 pictures with the chief. And if there's like a person that wants to get in the picture and be part of the picture, then it's like that. But he'll be like, yeah, we got 5. And then we're like taking a break or we're moving on. He like always makes sure to get me out of the helmet, to get me some water, to get me a second for me. But because I would just be in the helmet all day and never get out of it if I didn't have somebody to take care of me in those ways. Yeah. Anyway, kids come first. Always make their day. That's what I'm saying. And Halloween comes after summer is over. You know that Halloween is... It's like after the harvest, right? You know, all of that stuff is built into the season. So you gotta wait. You gotta wait. I haven't picked all of my tomatoes yet, all right? I still gotta harvest the garden. I haven't even done that yet. Pumpkin spice should not be here. Fuck it. I'm going without a handler. Jimmy, we'll handle you, buddy. We'll handle you. For whatever that's worth. Or whatever you think that's worth. We'll help you out, don't worry. I have to go get more coffee because I drank it all. How are you guys doing? John wants to handle me. How are you guys doing today? What are you all up to? What are we doing? It's just a slow morning here in the Awesome. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna do fun things. We're gonna play some Halo. We're gonna play Husky Raid because it's my favorite mode. We're pushing for the tournament, which you guys have to join. Don't forget about that. And yeah. Has anybody seen Nikki this morning? Christmas is my favorite holiday, by the way. Small wienering Christmas. Christmas is the day. My favorite holiday out of the entire season. And again, it's all about giving. I applied for the master's degree. Dude, that is awesome. I am so proud of you. That is going to help you advance further in the job world, and that is super duper important. I love the spooky season. Yep. Halloween is probably my second favorite holiday. I don't like to go and get jump scared in a haunted house. This is not my But I love the costuming. I love to see the people who are like committed to the costume. Like every year we go to I don't know when it is. I'll have to ask my wife, but every year we go to like this street parade thing in this little tiny subsection of a big city called Tacoma, and they have a guy that dresses up like Krampus. And I don't mean Krampus like our friend Colt in the chat here. I mean Krampus like the backward bent knees and he's like 8 foot tall and he's got horns on his head, and yeah, he's like Krampus. And that's cool. And we go get a picture with him every year, and it's like super cool. You're describing me to a T. No, Krampus is in real life is a blonde man with a mustache, and he has a very nice smile. As a matter of fact, my wife will tell you that she watched him smile so big and so harmlessly happy at a baby in a Starbucks that it melted her heart. To hear my wife say it, she said she would put Krampus in her pocket and take her with her everywhere. That's how harmless Krampus is. So when you hear him with all that savagery on the chat, like, he's like a baby chihuahua. He's like Roger. He's just barking a lot, but he's really cuddly and small. We love you, Krampus. Yeah, then no, the Krampus parade is very popular here. It's always put on by a local like bar, and all of the bars, there's an arcade, there's a coffee shop, there's a bagel joint, all of the places like all work together. They open up for kids. They have there's like a place that hosts like little punk rock music and stuff like this. Um uh they open up the door and host like kids games for little kids. They provide seating for people when you need to go inside and sit down with your family because you got littles. They shut down the whole block, a whole like, I don't want to say one block. It's like several blocks that they shut down in, but it's a big part of the town, and it's cool. It's a really fun thing. And they do a parade as part of it, toward an evening parade, which I think is odd because it's cool because some of the classic cars come in and they've been all dolled up in like Christmas lights and stuff. So it's around Christmas. I just don't know when. But it might be like the beginning of December or just after Thanksgiving when we do it. I had to ask my wife about the date, but it's pretty cool. We really enjoy it, and and you know, stuff like that. Anyway, I'm gonna go reboot this coffee, and then we'll figure out what we're doing. Watch the chair for a minute, and I'll hop in the Discord as well. Be awesome for a second. I'll be right back. No mercy, he says. Thanks, that was it. That's all I had to do. I just had to run and refill the coffee. It's like 40 something feet or something in the house. You just run into the house, and that's where the coffee pot's at. Someday I'll put one back on this kitchenette thing that's full of printers and helmets and shit, and that'll be okay.
Now drink.
Thanks for at least waiting for me to get some more coffee, Jimmy. Alrighty. Oh, Krampus, good morning, buddy. It's evening for Krampus, but
It's 11:46 for you, right?
it is 10:46 for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I always start at 10 Pacific, and we haven't quite made it an hour yet. It's you're, I believe, 9 hours ahead of me.
8 hours actually.
8. Okay, so you're the same as Martin then. Okay.
Yeah, because I live in Ireland. Oakham would be.
I thought
10
Oakham
hours
said he was
ahead
like
of you.
11, 10 or 11. Okay. Wow.
I think it's
10, he says. 10.
Yeah, 10, because he's in Finland.
So for Oakham then, it is let's see, if it's 10 in the morning here.
It's 8:47 for him.
Almost 9 almost 9 at night. Okay. 11 in the summertime, 10 in the winter. I don't know if it's +3 or +2 now. Oh, okay. Interesting. That's because we're on daylight savings time and you're not, I'm assuming. Because we fall back in the fall and spring forward in the spring, so we're either an hour closer to you or an hour further behind. That was really confusing in Hawaii as well because they don't do daylight savings there. So I had always, depending on the season, I was either 2 hours ahead of my parents or 3 hours ahead of my, or sorry, 2 hours behind or 3 hours behind. Oh, the daylight savings time for the U.S. and Europe are different. Okay, gotcha. Oh, so there's a time when so we're mostly always it's all mostly always +2, but for a short time it's +3 because there's a lapse in the change. I see what you're saying. Interesting. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Didn't know.
I
Hey,
hope, I
have you,
hope we're finally able to get rid of the daylight savings times like they're promising.
yeah, well, it was originally for farmers, wasn't it?
Yeah, basically.
Because of the light or lack thereof. Hmm. And you think it's better now to get rid of it? Europe ends 10/26. Us is 11/2. Oh, okay.
I think they should average it out and get rid of it then.
But what would happen if we got rid of it?
Much.
I know they keep showing us like there are several places that you can go and locate a chart about it, but I don't know. I don't know how that would directly affect us. I mean, I know
I'll
that.
be right back. I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, you're fine.
It's really weird because there's like some cities and states that like do and don't, and just to get everybody on the same page would be best.
Yeah, so Arizona does not, and I know that Hawaii does not. I think that those are the two exemptions. I don't think that anyone else in the union does not does not do daylight savings. I think everybody else does. But even then, the reason why here's my concern. Living in the PNW, okay? In the summertime, I wake up in the morning and the sun is already up. Like at 5 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, you wake up, it's already light outside. When I go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, 10:30 at night,
Hello there.
still light outside. It's not dark yet. Morning, Nikki. So, in the summer, okay? In the winter, I get up at 5:30 still, and it is dead. It is dark outside. Like, fuck you dark. Like, pitch black. Like, gonna need a flashlight to get to your car. All right? And then when I get home at 6 p.m. at night, until that same 10 o'clock at night, fucking dark outside. So, here, it's dark from like 8 a.m. to like 6 p.m. Or it's only light from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. The rest of the day, it's fucking dark anyway. So if we don't roll our time over, what changes for us, Kevin? When does the light then come up? And when does it go down? Because if we fall back an hour, that brings us 1 hour closer to the daylight, right? So I have to wait less long for the sun to come up. If we didn't change the time, my sun would not come up until 9 o'clock in the morning. I guess I would get an additional hour of evening then. But I don't know if I could live in a world where it's dark at my house until almost 9 o'clock in the morning every day. In the winter. It sounds god awful. Maybe it's not quite that bad, but you understand what I'm saying?
You get used to it.
Kevin sounds like he wants to live in Alaska.
No, I do not want 24-hour days.
You get used to it, Kevin. Or you have
24-hour nights.
what
yes.
does Rip Torn say? You get used to it, or you have some sort of breakdown.
Hawaii, Arizona, Puerto Rico, Guam, U.S. Virgin Islands, North Mariana Islands, American Samoa do not do daylight saving times.
Okay, so only 2 states, right? Everywhere else is like a colonial protectorate or republic of, or something like this.
But the Navajo Nation does do daylight DST through Arizona, Utah, and New Mexico. So Arizona partially does it.
I wonder what then. So the. Interesting.
So see, that's just screwed up. Literally, you can just step across, like a thing and have a different time, even though it's
Well, I mean,
literally right there.
I don't know. It's not that. I mean, if you're planning to go to Arizona, I guess you just know, and you reset your watch, or you don't. I guess.
Hey, John,
Yes, sir.
why do you Americans celebrate Labor Day in September instead of in May?
May is Memorial.
Yeah.
Okay,
Memorial Day is, yeah, that's why.
okay. Didn't know, so that's why I asked.
Yeah, so Memorial Day is, was, this year was May 26th of 2025. Let's see. Hold on a second. I'm trying to find you the exact reason. I mean, there is a written explanation for this, and I'm trying to find it for you because it's not as simple as, well, Memorial Day is in May. But at the moment, I cannot seem to find you the answer I'm looking for.
Now drink your drink.
I will find you a real answer and give it to you at some point. And if somebody in the chat has it, you're welcome to post the answer. But there is a real reason beyond Memorial Day being in May. They moved it, and I feel like it commemorates something important that happened with the labor union. But again, I can't seem to find it at the moment.
Canada is also in September.
Did you say Canada's also falls in September?
Yes.
The history of Labor Day. I know why, but why is it celebrated in September? The first bill was passed in February 21, 1887, then again in June 28 of 1894. Why did we put Labor Day in September? First Labor Day holiday in the United States was celebrated Tuesday, September 5th, 1882. The Central Labor Union held its second Labor Day holiday just a year later on September 5th again. So the first holiday celebrated by a labor union apparently was on September 5th. So that's why we have our Labor Day on the first weekend of September. That's why. There you go, Krampus. It's in celebration of the first labor union having a mandatory holiday that protected the workers. And
it makes sense then.
yeah, so and then of course Memorial Day is in May because we all know why. That one's easy, right? We all know why Memorial Day is in May.
Yep.
Okay. Jimmy says it was set up also this way in our country to avoid the conflict with International Labor Day.
Mayday.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. Hey, we learned something today. And again, like I said, no Han Solo season yet. So when Han Solo season arrives, you could start drinking your pumpkin spice lattes. Until then, I think that patience in this world needs to come back. You know, there used to be a saying that good things came to people who waited and were patient. Now we have everything right fucking now. And what it's caused is it's causing you to have to learn more about patience, because when I drove through the McDonald's the other day, it took me 15 minutes to get a fast food burger and fries. 15 minutes. Can you believe that shit? When I was a kid, it was like 2 minutes through that drive-through. Like 2. Silliness.
It's because all the Uber Eats cars weren't ahead of you.
That's true. Back in... Don't deny me my PSL. What is that even? Back in my day. God, Jimmy, really? Look, man. I don't know.
Hey, I
Pepperidge
think
Farm
we should get rid of-
remembers.
We should get rid of all these holidays and all these weekdays and stuff, and we just go to star dates. We get rid of all this backwards crap. And,
Yeah, but even in the
go with
go with Star Trek's time dilation. I mean, even in Halo though, they use the Earth calendar.
I know, and it's messed up.
Why is it messed up if we think that we're the center of the universe?
Because our weekdays are named after gods.
I mean,
Every weekday is a god.
you're not wrong. I'm just saying that.
And when you start going intergalactic, and you got planets and time dilation and timing and stuff, you got to get a lot more mathematical, technical, and so that's why Star Trek went to star dates. You got to have something that's incremental that works. I mean, we have weird things like leap day and all that other and the hours and all that. It's like us sticking with imperial measurements. Yet the whole entire rest of the world, except one other country, is doing the metric system. Heck, the guys who invented the imperial system don't use the imperial system.
You know what's incredible, John?
What's that?
We have been yapping for about an hour.
Yeah. Is that the incredible part?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's Wednesday. This is what we do. Sometimes. I'm glad that people enjoy it. Now you're watching me, stuff pieces of popcorn in my face slowly while I'm listening. Well, Kevin, when you go out into the universe and manage democracy, you have to take something with you. And so, I'm not upset that we're taking our weekdays with us. And the other point I was going to make to argue with you, just to be argumentative, is that when you pull out a socket in a metric size and you go to get the ratchet to drive it, what measurements standard do they use to dictate the size of the chuck of the driver or for the socket? And when you become enlightened and realize that it is an SAE measurement and that the metric tools couldn't be driven in any other way because reasons, you'll know that metric is just something that somebody made up to be more complicated, and you can come back to the SAE measurement. It's called freedom units for a reason. And if you believe this small amount of content, I just gaslamp the shit out of you. Aha. I use both tools in my garage, just saying.
Well, you have to nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's because everything you buy now comes with metric stuff. And that's mostly just because it's not made here anymore. And I think that's honest. If it was still made here, we'd be like, the rest of the world can get bent. 3/8 it is. So think about that one. I think that's the real reason why we're using so much more metric now. Because we've just outsourced a lot of our everything.
And we still use the stupid keyboards that are meant to slow us down.
You know what? If I could get a Hanzo that would plug into my PC and still work, I'd be using it. So, I love keyboards. I love the clicky ones.
There's a lot of preconceived notions that we just keep using because that's what we've used, and we know better how to do it better, but we don't because we're just so.
I think we're also I also think we're technology limited, and we're limited by, I believe we're limited by technology, and I believe we're limited by greed, Kevin. And until you figure out how to solve those two problems, yeah, you're not wrong, Jimmy. I usually buy American-made stuff, though.
If you want to watch an interesting documentary on like how standards and why we use them and stuff, go watch there's a documentary on the Chinese keyboard and how effed up it is because they basically there's so many characters in Chinese that they could never make a keyboard. So they had to force the whole way they communicate. They had to recondition everything so they could have a standard keyboard. It's quite interesting.
That is interesting.
Because you're talking thousands of characters in the Chinese language, and there's no way you could have a QWERTY keyboard that could communicate that. So it's amazing, a documentary on how they had to curtail things to make it acceptable.
Well, I mean, even in Japan, there are like 3 separate alphabet languages that are written. So it makes sense. It makes sense. The complexity of language is cumbersome for everyone. So I didn't realize they had to go through an entire revolution to make a keyboard.
Yep. It's an amazing watch.
Do you just watch TV and play games all day, Kevin?
Yes, that's all I do is I consume. I am an eater.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
No.
Welcome back, weird guys. That's interesting.
I like my National Geographics. I like my. I'm always looking for stuff that's out of the box.
I like
I
Shark
did-
Week and the Cooking Channel. Oh,
No,
and I
like
love
history, I like National Channel.
Aliens.
Oh, Aliens, yes.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm a fan of Art Bell, so I love all the. you
Dude,
know,
Ancient Aliens is hilarious. I love that show so much. I believe that there are aliens and they will come and visit us, but the Ancient Aliens guys, man, you gotta hand it to some of them.
John,
Yeah.
do you think that creatures like the octopus and cuttlefish are aliens?
Because they're a different form of life than we would traditionally see on this planet and understand.
And their insane intellect. Like they are probably some of the smartest animals on this planet.
Hmm.
I would even go as far as saying they are smart. They are a lot smarter than some people.
Well, I know that they can open things, open and close things, jars and such, but, So, there's intelligence. Alright.
Drink, you drink.
I'm gonna go back to my face now. There's intelligence, but there's, like, levels of intelligence, right? We can look this up. There's a whole, like, scale. I can't remember who the guy who came up with the scale is, but even Gene Roddenberry talks about it in Star Trek. But the level of intelligence is great and amazing. They're vastly smart. They can do a lot of things. Can they talk to you? Do they have the ability to do some form of spoken, even if it's like telepathy? You know, there's like another, that communication, there's another level of intelligence there that separates them from us. I don't know if that makes sense. That's kind of where I'm at on it.
Yes.
And I love octopus. Not gonna lie. I eat sushi a lot. It's one of my favorite foods. So I'd rather not think about it as cutting up another. Would you consider it then humanoid if it was smart? Like, what would you call them then? You know.
Are you asking me or somebody else?
I'm asking everyone in the chat. You know, Kevin.
I mean, we eat things like...
We don't eat dolphins. Dolphins are smart, incredibly smart.
Yeah, but we still eat creatures that are intelligent in their own ways. So, I would say there's a level to that. Also, hello, Jimmy.
I believe the term is sentient.
Sentient fungi.
Hey, we got a Jimmy. What does Jimmy think?
octopuses?
Yeah.
No comment. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of octopus. Like eating it, I guess.
I'll never
I've
think
never
of
had the
octopus the same
experience of
after
being
watching
around
The
one
Boys.
alive. Yeah, have you seen that show, The Boys, on Amazon?
I've seen parts of it. It was not, it wasn't one that I was crazy about watching.
There is a Aquaman style character. I'm just gonna summarize it for you. There's an Aquaman style character in that show called The Deep, and he can talk to marine life, and he builds a connection, we'll call it, with a particular octopus, and they have some engagement in physical activities that leaves you marred about what an octopus can and can't do.
In Alien Resident, there's a relationship built with an octopus at some point.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
tentacle porn.
it's been an anime for a long,
a
long
thing.
time.
Right, exactly. That's where my mind went to. Tentacles are a thing on the internet. Don't Google them, kids.
You think we have nothing but wine mothers in this stream?
Right? He's very into the octopus.
Stay away from your mom's tentacles. Leave them in the top drawer of the dresser.
Oh, good lord. And there it is. Sorry, soap opera moms, we're giving away your secrets.
Gooey ducks are good in soup.
I love gooey duck. Gooey duck is a really... The gooey duck steak is very nice. It's a good steak. You can get gooey ducks in Washington State that are the size of a car. What'd you have for lunch?
I had a duo of pork. One that was slow cooked to a perfect, juicy and tender meat quality. The other one was crispy loin.
Wow.
And can you guess how much it cost me?
$20.
€5.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, one of the perks to work in my company.
Wow.
Yesterday
Yeah, go ahead.
Yesterday I had some steak as well.
It sounded like you had a very meaty day.
I mean, I eat well at work. Like, I don't need to make any more lunches for work anymore.
That's cool.
Are we gonna simulate some killing of things?
Yeah, at some point soon.
You mean
That's-
don't you mean we get killed, Kevin?
Kevin is always
What-
about
what-
the plot. Today I am eating Harvey's rum batter toffee popcorn. It's made locally in Bremerton. If you want some Harvey's rum batter, you can buy some when you come here to Seattle for HCS Worlds. That's another thing that used to only be around on Christmas and is now around always. It's one of my favorite Christmas drinks, hot buttered rums. I love them so much. Anyway. You like hot buttered rums, Jimmy? Kevin? Krampus probably
Yeah.
doesn't know what it is.
No.
A hot buttered rum is boiled water. You pour it in your glass. It's hot. It's boiling. It's just water, like you're gonna make tea. But then
Okay.
you run over to your freezer, You pull out this little container and you open it, and inside of it is this fluffy frozen batter called rum batter. And you put it in your hot tea or your hot water, and it melts and it creates this fluffy foam on the top, and it spices the water and turns it into this then you can add more batter mix to your water for taste and to thicken the water. The water will get thicker. And then you hit that with a shot of your favorite rum. I like Kraken spiced rum. It's dark rum. Or Sailor Jerry's is the other rum that I prefer.
Kraken is really good.
It is very good. I really also like Sailor Jerry's. And pour as much or as little rum into your teacup full of rum batter, and there you have a very nice, spiced, warm drink that will also kind of get you shit-faced if you drink a bunch of them. So, I'm just saying. Enjoy with care. Anyway, hot buttered rums. I'd tell you to send some. Can you guys hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Interesting.
What happened?
I have no idea. Internet just cycled, I guess.
Fun.
No idea. Nah. Seems like it's still working. The stream is, but yeah. Fucking weird. I had thought that the stream would be more stable and fixed today because reasons. It looks like the stream on YouTube is now fragged. I don't think so, but it definitely stuck for a moment. Yeah, no, it didn't. It definitely didn't die. I'm looking at the YouTube though, and the YouTube is like fragged as near as I can tell. It's like green screened. We'll see. Maybe if I refresh it. Yeah, it looks like it's green screened. I don't think so, but definitely audio is gone on the stream. The audio is gone. Is that true?
Yes, I can't hear it.
It is gone. Okay.
Test.
Yeah. No, I just
I hear ya.
BRB'd it.